Time for Ask the Expert. Even though we may be out of the deep freeze, it is still cold outside.
What you eat and drink right now will affect your health and play a role in regulating your body temperature. Registered dietitian Lori Meyer joining us live this afternoon to explain, okay, what is the biggest diet problem besides, wanting to eat too much that happens to us in the cold weather?
Well, that certainly is a problem. The biggest problem actually is dehydration, and we only think of that in the summertime, but it's just as much of a problem and maybe more of a problem in the wintertime. Because as your body has to heat itself, it takes in cold air, it has to heat itself, you actually are using water in that process. So you can become dehydrated if you don't drink enough. The problem is that our thirst mechanism usually doesn't work that well anyway, and in the winter it seems to be even worse, and so we're really not that thirsty, so we're not replacing those fluids. And I guess the general rule of thumb is try to get half your weight in ounces of fluids a day. Doesn't necessarily have to be all water, but ounces of fluid a day.
What should we drink?
Yes.
Well, water's always great. This is not the time of year, though, to drink icy cold water, iced beverages. Warm is going to be better because it takes, again, more heat for your body to have to warm that water.
Okay.
And also, icy cold isn't going to get absorbed as rapidly as room temperature or even warm water. So warm water, teas are wonderful. And hot cocoa. And I like to use some of the warming spices. So this is a ginger tea.
It's chilly in here.
This is a hot cocoa that has some
chilly.
cinnamon in it. So those would all be good things. Broths, soups, any of those liquids, any way that you can get liquid in the diet right now is a really good thing.
And you said the soups. You've also added some protein to a lot of the soups as well.
Well, protein is great, but this is the time of the year. Those of you who are on really high protein diets, you may find yourself even colder because protein is one of those things that actually makes the body lose heat. It's going to make you feel colder, and it actually dehydrates you as well. So this time of year, we're looking at a little bit higher carb, a little bit higher fat. And so if you're really afraid of carbs, go for more for the fats. So I have some soups. I have a quinoa and vegetable soup, but now might be the time of the year of some of the comfort foods, a macaroni or pasta casserole, beef stew with lots of vegetables, a sweet potato, cooked cereals, even peanut butter sandwiches. And then I also think that it's a good idea, maybe we're out of the woods now because we don't have that deep freeze, but it's usually good to pack a little bag, keep some of these things, keep a peanut butter sandwich, keep some of these energy bars, dried nuts, dried fruits and nuts, things like that in the car might be good, just to keep you, in case you're stranded, you're going to be able to eat, you're not going to end up running into problems.
All right, Lori, thanks so much for coming in once again. Got a question for the experts? Send an email, asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. That number is right there on your screen.